the Don Mini, Bishop Donovan, Irish Lee Peterson, Arthur Miller, Felicity Rock, Crayola Chechels, Houston Francis, Paul G. Jacobs, Donovan Clement West, Tamsin Jacobs, Yuna Roslyn Dixon, Ankie MMC, Patrick Campbell, Combs Ashley Clark, Alberto Sperto, Faithy Irvin, Francis Moses, Tamsin Jacobs, Amanda Kleinboy, Life with CJ, Ezra Maritz, Bishop Duarte, dankie Bishop Duarte. Good evening, Cabello Golden, Shani Kulte, dankie Chantel, Michelle Stevens, ek kom vir 100 die week. Samantha Satisfied, Marvin Alberts, Nadine Murray, our PC, PJ Papier, Yvette Ringney, T.S. Wilson, Clinton Baichis, Louise Willard Morrow, Geraldine Faltein, Ashley Versaghi, is geswoond, Daniel Sekui, Everett Maritz, Wewe Norris, Sonia Arendts, Lionel McMaster, Calvert Delano, Faradiba Evans, Rosalind Tate, Lenny Stevens, Angelo Arthur, Mark Adams, Putamel, Eddie Johnson, hoe skroef hy? Ingle Junior Singh, Dorian Fountain, Liza Blooms, Johan Mars, Janine Hendricks, Chief Chaplain Leo Dos Santos, Alika A, Patriots, Jolene Isaacs Krotz, Johan Mars, Glenn de Villiers, ja, Christo Pieter Tada, hy het met Gabriel beklei, ek sal julle nou sê, hy is tussen soos 'n nussen, Richard Assagai, Colin Speak, Chief Kleinboy, Kanselier Ismael Steenkamp, Jack Johnston, Ronaldo Francis, Rodney Peters, ons groet jou maar weer in Stanfleet, Walter Sheldon Lambert, Andrew Titus, Natasha Neetling, Lelani Tsoen, Jody Steitler, Mylene Hawkins Koopman, Lauren Smith, Leverloos, ken jy van Liverpool, Leverloos, Winston Wakes, Seals, Kerwin Bowers, Kansler Chantal Tejada, Melvry Francis, Cecil van Syver, salam, 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 Kansler Merlin Smous, Pastor Koffie is binne, Rose Berendse, Donovan Clement West, Jon Jonkers, Michelle Beukes, Nsoro Eric Sandisile, Abigail Stoffberg van Boven, Richard Snell, Craig Beukes, Richard Kakora, Wendy Peterson, Tiffany Stacey Harmse, Hetty Sauls Adams, Talmy Lincoln, Brendan Valentine Meskew, Natasha Stride Branches, Yolanda Hofmeester, Die Makato Manage, Susan Thomas, Deidre Carney, Renee Rochelle, Stacey Gosling, Rian Peters, JJ Whitey Spielman, Donovan Casey Gous, Chesnique Dupree, Haas Henry, Cynthia Teresa Davids, Elzaan Peterson, Keaton Brouwers, Preston van Wyk, Sean du Plessis, Kansel Vera de Vos, Johan Hofstad, Dankie Bishop, Casey Gous, Sheldon, Lewskut, Danique and Hamilton. Oh, you like my outfit. Long sleeve, Paisani. Berlin sê, druk ons in. Waar koop prees die? Ek sal julle sê, ek sal julle môre sê. Ek gaan nie nou sê nie. It's only next week is available. You guys want to order, it's available next week. Jy slaan 'n lekker nag en lekker. Ek sal sê warm te order. Guys, I'm starting. There's lots of things to talk about tonight. But before I start, I need to just first start with the bad news that Pearly Post lost a mom. A mom passed on. Pearly, our deepest and most sincerest condolences. You know, it's always difficult with people like Pearl because they always make all of us laugh. And when people that make you laugh, when they are sad, you don't even know what to say to them because you're never serious when you speak to them. Even if you're serious, they make you laugh. So Pearly Pearls, we love you. And as I spoke to you during the week when your mom was still sick, to say let go. She's in pain. And I know it was hard. I could hear when I was talking to you to say it's hard. But I asked you to let go of your mom because she was in serious pain. And she's now in the bosom of Jesus Christ. She's now with a maker. Patriots, then we had our mayoral candidate, district mayoral candidate, Tana was involved in an accident. He nearly lost his life. We thank God for traveling mercies and the fact that he's still alive. I spoke to him as Tana being Tana. He was full of jokes. When I called him, he said he had a conversation with Gabriel, die doodsengel. He said from Gabriel, nie vandag, he wyk. So I just want to say we're happy for you, Tana, and we thank God for your life and that we didn't lose you. En ons is jammer, jy het nie beesvlees geproe that we put up. Then I want to say Happy Diwali. Happy Diwali tonight. And I also want to wish the matriculants, just cancel everything. Cancel parties, cancel everything. Concentrate this 2 weeks on your books. It will stay. I have matric, I passed matric. And to take 2 weeks out of your life for the rest of your life. People ask me, do you have matric? I said, of course I have matric. But what I'm trying to say to you is that if I didn't make that sacrifice, so stout soos ek was, as naughty as I was, I managed to write my matric and pass my matric. So I'm saying to you, to the students, we wish you all the best from the Patriotic Alliance, and we know you're going to pass. 2 weeks out of your life. Concentrate, study, research, do your work. Life is not stopping for you. It's stopping for nobody. So you will find us still being here after matric. And then you have people like Yumna, Alexander, that help people to get matric. It's easier to get somebody a job with matric. So I'm asking you, don't be ashamed that you don't have matric. Talk to people like Yumna and them. I've seen her helping hundreds and hundreds. My apologies. I've seen her helping hundreds and hundreds of people with matric, with getting matric. So please, get your matric, patriots. It's no shame not having a matric, but it's a shame if you can get it and you're not doing it. Don't believe that thing that you're too old. I've seen Yumna helping aunties, old wumpies that still get their matric, and it's such a proud moment. Some of them even go further after matric. You might just feel like, ek kan my sommer klaar my graad ook maak, ek is in die ding in man. So I want to just say to all of you that get your matric, please. Talk to people like Ombiza and them and Yumna and them. I always see him going to grace these events. Ombiza always grace those events. So yeah, that is the two things I wanted to say to you guys. Then I want to come to the issue of we're making a few changes when it comes to councillors. And it's not this is the first two changes we're making. We're still going to make other changes too. And our changes are very strategic as the leadership. We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. So just trust the process. I want to start with that one. We're taking Liam Jacobs into the council in Cape Town. So JP has a lot to say about Liam. So let them, two of them, go face off there. We don't know why Jordan Hill-Lewis sending JP. JP is not on the level of Liam. Hy het sy mense wat hy mee kan praat hier. We mustn't talk to Liam. Liam must go face Jordan Hill-Lewis. So we're taking Liam into the city of Cape Town as a councillor. And we're calling Petronella Hendricks right back to my office. So Petronella Hendricks is going to work in the president's office. So thank you very much, Petronella, for the service that you've given. Thank you very, very much. And then we're also moving Vivienne Porter. She's going to work in the SG's office. We know what our reasons are. I trust her absolutely. Vivienne Porter will now work in the office of the Secretary General. Alzan will go in as the new councillor to go and get experience. Alzan Peterson, congratulations, you're going in so that you can be prepared when you become the mayor of the area, so that you can get the experience, so that the people of Mossel Bay must have a mayor that understand how council is working. So I want to congratulate the two of you And I also want to thank Vanian Porter, and I want to thank Naras, as we call her, Petronella. We call her Naras. I want to thank her for her service. And then I want to say to JP, if you want to become mayor, don't use Liam. You see Liam's a flaky. So now we're sending Liam in there. Julle sal daarvoor met mekaar deal. We trust vir tussen soos 'n nissin. So congratulations, Liam. You're going in there. If they have something to say about you, let them say it in your face. Let them say it in your face. And we are still going to make more changes. This was the first two. Some we're just going to remove because they're downright lazy. But leaders, you must understand, we took this party from no seats to where it is today. We are local government, we are represented in provincial, we are represented national, we are represented in the NCOP. Now you gotta trust this leadership, so to say that surely we must know what we are doing. And there's people that wants to take. So if we didn't know what we are doing as the NEC, how come we've come so far? How come that we are the fastest growing party? Proven. How come they fight us? And then I want to move to the next issue. So just trust the process. The changes that are coming, trust the process. We have the best election strategy coming. The best, which we're going to share. When the time is right, we'll share the election strategy. It's the biggest and the best election strategy ever. And then, guys, you've seen this, guys that had a lot of things to say about us, that we're killing people, we're doing all that type of stuff. Our lawyers took them to court before the court started. I want to give you just an update what's happening there. Before the court started, just before the court started, the Shannon Merricks reached out and he sent a letter and he said, listen, I don't want to fight anymore. I'm sorry, I apologize. And the lawyers told him, go public and go talk those things public. So Shannon Merricks did this. And then the SG was also having papers ready to serve on him, but we felt that she must just hold back until he says one more word, and then we hit him all with the papers, because now it's going to be an order of the court that if he mentions our names, we can go for him. He did claim, when a man tells you he'll never do it, it's up to him, the ball is in his court. So Shannon Merricks, before the High Court started, he said that, no, I'm not going to talk about you guys anymore, I'm sorry, and all of that. And as far as this guy, Meshan, ek weet nie wat van naam daai man het. There's a foreign guy. We've won the case against him. He's not allowed to use our names and mention our names. And the lawyers just informed me before this, they're going after him still because he's not using our names, but he's still talking about us. So he's in contempt of court. We are going to fight him for contempt of court because he's underestimating the court. Leave him. He's going to learn a very hard lesson. He's going to Paulsmoor, and then there's cases waiting for him here in Leeuwkop that that people are opening in Leeuwkop against him. So I had leer. We heard today there's also people preparing a case against him that's already in Leeuwkop prison. He's just talking about people left, right, and center. And he has lost the case and he's lying to people. Eugene, I hate lies. So Eugene, can you just post the judgment? Because he goes around telling everybody we lost the case. So Eugene, I'm giving you full permission. Can you post the judgment? We must always be transparent so people can see that he has lost the judgment. He's lost the case. Because he goes around and lie to people. We are not done with him. And then this week we will go for Gayton Mckenzie. The lawyers are busy tonight. They're still looking at all the things he said. And that one day in George, he said, man, he said like this guy just walked into into being sued. We also been told by DA guys, they told us that Helen personally called him to come and see her, where she told him, go for them, I will protect you. So let her protect you now. We're also coming for him. If you're going to say anything about me or my family or my children or the DP or any member of the Patriotic Alliance, you better have your facts straight. And to show you, I hear this guy goes to everybody saying that he's won the case. So the best thing to do is let's get a court judgment, Eugene, so people can see we have 20 days to sue him. And we're going to go the full might of the law on him. And we are going to go the full might of the law of him. And he will pay our legal cost, which I can tell you already is running into serious cost. And we know what we're doing. So I just needed to start there, so the patriots know what's happening. And then there's a woman also, I don't know her name, she's next. He's using her to thing. And then we're writing to TikTok this week. We're writing to them to say, showing them the court order. If they don't close those accounts, we will then go after TikTok ourselves. We don't play anymore. I can never make allegations I can't prove about people. And there's 17 other people we thought that our lawyers are sitting looking at them. There's 17 other people we're going after. We let them talk. We let them have a good time and stuff like that. I mean, like, you know, the one guy that he said we killed, I think Ray, I really liked that guy. It was all my heart. I mean, like, you know, yeah, I don't understand why people can just, for sake of politics, just talk about stuff. Then, leaders, there's two things I want you to understand, and don't misunderstand me here. There's a lot of posts that people don't apply for. There's a lot of posts that people don't apply for. We put posts here and then you guys don't apply. So I'm asking you today very nicely, when the SG put the post as from tomorrow, apply. You never know if you can get a job. That's number one. Number two, I personally is going to run actually, I'm going to fund a website, not run, sorry. I'm going to fund a website, which they are busy with now, where people that, where we're going to really store people's CVs. We've tried that in the past, but it was not as professional as the one we're going to do now. And then, because of my schedule, we're just postponing the launch of the Jocelyn Smith Foundation. We're just postponing the launch. And there's actually a reason for that, which I can't share with you now. We're just postponing a little bit, just a little bit. A little bit. I will let you guys know very soon why. And I also want to say to you that the search for Jocelyn is not stopped. There are very good people in this world. I want you to know the search for Jocelyn is not stopped. We are just keeping it off Facebook. There are very good people that have really continued the search. And when they give me the go-ahead for feedback, I will do this. So we will advertise the post. It's not PA post. It's just that any party can advertise the post. It's not a political post. It is post of work in the different departments, different governments and stuff like that. And so we can get other people also to get jobs. So just so you know, that is the thing of the post. That's what we want to do, but you have to apply. And then, Patriots, I have to just make you aware. You know, there's a big media onslaught against the PA. And I want you to stop believing everything you hear. And stop asking us. Stop asking us, Press, we heard this about you guys. Hulle lieg. Like they put me with a picture of this gentleman called Katie. I don't know that guy. I don't know Ket Matlalala. Ek ken nie die mense nie. But they'll say that those are G's friends. I don't know those people. It is just a campaign. Anything to make the party look bad. Anything. I give money to artists. They say I stole the money is corruption. Why is it corruption when our artists are benefiting? I do stuff, they say it's corruption. I can't move, it's corruption. I'm here to empower people. They want me to do, you know the problem I'm having was most of the artists. They want me to do what has been done for 30 years and it didn't help them. I'm a businessman. I understand corporate culture. I am an entrepreneur. So I'm going to change the life of artists because that's why President Ramaphosa appointed me. But I can't change the life of artists if I continue to do the stuff that everybody else has been doing. They want to tell me how to be a minister, how to run this department. But some of them are even struggling financially. But they want to tell me how to help him. I know how to help them. I know, I learn, I ask, I observe, I listen to people. But you can't expect me, if you've gotten money for 30 years, now you want to get the same money every year. What about other people? No, come on. We're not going to go with that. So just know that, just be prepared for the media onslaught against the PA. I want you to be prepared for the media onslaught against the PA. It's everywhere. We are officially proven as the fastest growing political party. We are officially proven. We will soon have a press conference about the Jocelyn issue. But for now, we just keep everything under the radar. Just so you know. And also so you know that you remember we were investigated for kidnapping of Ayanda. That case against us has been withdrawn by the state, or not, the case has not been pursued by the state because they feel that there's no, I knew it's not a winnable case against us, and we were just waiting for them to have a different view, but they're the same view as us. And then Patriots, PA has never stopped campaigning. So Yelamani Baizani. I see so many of you spend so much of your time worrying about new parties. That's the least of your problems, believe me. That's the least of your problems. Let the new parties come up. Do you know how embarrassing it is? How these parties are not going out. They're trying to get PA people that they think those people are unhappy. They phone Patriots. Hey, don't you want to join? We have a position for you. One of these days, they'll be running out of positions to give to people. So don't worry about this party. We know what's happening. We know what's coming. We know how much it costs to run elections. We know, and not only financially, we know what it takes to run elections. You know, let me tell you something. Anybody that has something to say about PA, kom gronde toe. Dat ons mekaar meet by die by-elections. Let's meet each other at the by-elections. So what I want to say to you, don't worry about new parties and those things. Concentrate on the way forward. We've come all right the whole time. Now we are facing our Goliath moment. And that's what you must concentrate on. Don't keep your eye off Goliath. It's now the era where we are picking up stones in order to go and face Goliath next year. But if your eye is not on the prize, you're going to miss the stones. You can't just take any stone. There's a particular stone you have to pick. So go around and get the stones. The stones are the voters. Guys, you don't get this example I'm making. I'm saying next year, we're facing our Goliath moment as the Patriotic Alliance. What defeated Goliath? It is the stone. But it wasn't any stone. It was a particular stone. to face Goliath. So I am saying to you, go around, fetch a particular stone. Don't fetch any stone. There's many stones, but there's a particular stone you have to fetch. Guys, do you hear what I'm telling you? So once you must be occupied and seized with finding the right stones that's going to take us into the land of milk and honey. So if you are a good patriot, you will not have time for arguments. You will not have time for fights. You will not have time for gossiping. What you will be having time for is to gather your stones, to gather your chosen stones. And don't go for any stone. Get your stones ready for next year. I think you get what I'm trying to tell you. Get your stone ready for next year. Because next year we're facing our Goliath moment. You can't face Goliath without stones. We will give you the slingshot. Ons gaan vir jou die ketting gee. We're going to give each and every area a ketting, a slingshot. But if you don't have stones, you're not going to be able to defeat. Ward 29 defeated the Goliath. Ward 82 in Westbury defeated the Goliath. Mossel Bay, I can mention them because we gave them the slingshot. They had to come with a stone, with the right stones. Those that got ears will hear. Those that got eyes will see. And there's a lot of by-elections coming. SG, if you can post those ones, please. Post them and then repost them, patriots, that you must know. Bevind vir jou by a by-election. You learn a whole lot. And then, you can't call yourself a leader. You can't call yourself a leader if there's disunity. A leader's job is unity. Julle is kinders so van mekaar by my. My Facebook is vol van presidentjie. Ek luister nie goed te sê. Because I want unity. I want unity. I want unity. Because I might not be here tomorrow, but I want to know that I left my people unified. Unity is the only thing that can make us reach our dreams. Unity is the only thing that can prepare us for war. Unity is the only thing that can take us into the promised land. So be unified. Los die kleinsinnigheid. Julle stap verby mekaar, maar julle is patriots. Julle is nie patriots, julle is Judas. Dis wat julle is. There's no patriot that walks past a patriot unless that's a Judas. If you walk past a patriot, then you've got a chance to join these parties now because we don't need you here anymore. I'd rather lead 10 people that's united than lead 1,000 that's not united. I'd rather lead 10 people that's united instead of leading 1,000 that's divided. That's not me. Give me 10 united people. Julle almal wat in mekaar praat die vanaand, laat julle loop hier by die party. You don't love the PA. You love what you are in the PA because some people know you because you're in the PA. People listen to you because you're in the PA, but you don't care about the PA. If you cared about the PA, you would have cared about the unification of the PA. Julle is vuil. Julle praat in mekaar, maar julle is PA. Ek soek julle weg van die PA af. No one cannot speak to another patriot Julle bring ons bedlak. Julle bring ons bedlak hier. Julle kom met julle vuil maniere. Julle dink julle is groter as die PA. Julle sal sien. Laat ek trap in julle gronde waar julle is. You know, some of you think you're so big until I get there. Because I know I'm not big. But when I get there, the people see my humility. And that's what attracts people to me. Some of you, I see you now, you think you've won the award. No. You were the one that sent me messages every day. Praise, kom toch, hier gaat niks aan nie. When I come there and the people go crazy, you think they're going crazy for you. No, they're going crazy for the message of the PA, which I'm carrying. So, learn to be humble. Never, listen, I've seen people that think they're bigger than the PA. I remember, it was Alzan, that there's some leaders that came to tell me how bad Alzan is for Mossel Bay. They said, you cannot have a guy like Carlo there. That guy is not right. They said Alzan, and they said the councillor is a drug dealer and all those things. I said, it's okay. We'll pray. We are praying people. And when I said, when I continue with the councillor, those people left the party. And they started their own party or civic movement there. Let me tell you something, people, today. They spoke bad about me every day. Wat ek Landela op die gronde van Mossel Bay, toe skit die gronde. Kinders hardloop as Alzan, people were, kinders van die crash, kinders, teachers are leaving the kids there like, Press, kom hier naartoe, jy moet kom foto's neem. And the people were so happy to see me, and I was more happy to see them. En dieselfde Alzan wat ek gehoor het is so sleg en kaal hulle. I think those people, I can't remember what the amount was. It was more than 1,000, I think, or close to 1,000 votes. And the people that was talking bad about me and them, they got like 45. They got like 45 votes. So I just want to tell you that not everything that shines is silver. So julle moet julle harte begin. Kyk, some of you are councillors. Julle het vele harte, maar jy's 'n councillor. Jy sê nie die Here dankie nie. Jy sit daar en jy dink jy gaan weer hy woord wen. Jy ken nie vir ons nie. Jy ken nie vir ons nie. Jy ken nie die jeug wat nou deurkom. So donder weer, wat nou 17 jaar oud is. Daai kinders kry al PA vir 10 jaar. Van hulle 10 jaar oud is, hulle is nou 17. Hulle kan nie wag. You go to every by-election, all these years, children were like, ons paisani. Those kids are now turning 18 next year. Jy gaat huis met die kinders op die ballot box. So I'm saying to you tonight, I'm giving you the last chance to go and get people that left the PA. Because some of us are the reason why some of these people left. A councillor se phone kan nie offer nie. So jy moet slap met jou phone soos 'n sekuriteitsbeampte midnight. There's Alzan posting it. They got 1,188. Ek weet nie kom Alzan hulle is baie sleg. Kon nou nie die mense at least die 88 geleen het nie. Julle in Carlo is baie sleg, ek moet dit sê. Julle kon nou die mense die 88 votes geleen het, dan is hulle nog steeds, of die 188, dan het hulle nie net 42 gekry nie. 42 votes, maar jy praat van Gayton van die oggend tot die aand. Some of you fashion yourself as leaders. You're not a leader of people. You fashion yourself in your mind as a leader. You must have a servant mentality. You know what's a servant mentality? It respects everyone. A servant mentality is a humble mentality. Once I start thinking I'm big, people will never gravitate towards me. Once I start thinking I'm so big, oh, Gayton is big, Gayton is this, that, then people will never be so happy to see me, because people can feel when you are not genuine. Mense weet ek is so plat soos 'n menorah blyd. And that's my superpower. If you ask yourself, why do people, I walk in Noordgesig, people run out of their houses. I'm not telling you stories, the videos are there. I sit in my car, I'm on a call. Children are surrounding my combi, mentioning my name, Gayton Mckenzie. It's not because I'm better. It's not because I'm smart. It's because I'm humble. Ek was dronk gesoen in Kokama. Ek was nog nooit so gesoen in my lewe. Hulle soen, laat Chet lag liewer vir hom vrek, instead dat hy moet help. Wat is die liefde wat ons mense het vir my? And you know what? I have the same love for those people. So, we have areas that, some of you think I'm just talking about George. No. It's not just George. It's a lot of other areas where that's not a PA way. A lot of areas that, and you mustn't think is George only. Elke area, you treat people sometimes, otherwise you guys are fighting. So, ek sny die gras vanaand. You see, when you cut the grass, the snakes are coming out. Tonight, I'm busy with my lawnmower. I'm cutting the grass. And you're going to see when the snakes come out. En die lang gras, kan jy nie die slange sien nie. Maar as jy die gras sny, soos we are cutting the grass tonight. And that's why the snakes are coming out. And I want to say to you guys, forget about these new parties. Just forget about them. Then you have places like Tshwane that's just not growing. There's some people that's trying. There's some people that has meetings the whole day there. They have meetings the whole day in Tshwane. In Langeberg, we got less votes than what we got previously. It shows there's a problem with the leadership there. Now, I can't be a leader and then let this leadership continue to bring the party down. So next, I'll tell you the changes that's coming in Langeberg. So that's leadership. We can't lose votes and then we do nothing. That's how the ANC and the DA went down. Because where they see there was a problem, they did nothing. So I'm stepping in when it comes to Tshwane. I'm going to announce a mayoral candidate there. I'm stepping in when it comes to Langeberg. Because it shows that the people that's leading us there is not working. Some of those people are getting paid by the party. And nobody gets paid in Mossel Bay. But look how Mossel Bay grew. Now, I can't sit here and let this party die in certain areas and grow in certain areas. Look how the party is growing in Ward 82 in Gauteng. Marilyn and Melissa and them, the people there is growing the party. But the party is not growing in Langeberg. I can never allow that. The problem with some of you, you're just good on Facebook. You never sit down and say, let me check the numbers. So I'm giving every Patriotic Alliance member homework. Check the numbers in your area. Because we're coming area for area. I don't care if you've been a mayoral candidate for 2 weeks, once remove you. We want people that that not only understand the lay of the land, but you must have a feel for what's happening in your ward. Some of you, when you were councillors, you got like 2,000 votes. And in last election, you went down. That doesn't bother you. because you don't think strategically. Some of you I see on Facebook all the time, but the numbers doesn't grow. The numbers, even if your numbers are remaining stagnant, the graph remains like this, you must be worried. You must be worried. What's going to happen in Langeberg is going to happen all over the country. Ons speel nie hier nie, we don't play. I can assure you, whoever is in charge in Langeberg will no longer be in charge. And I'm using Langeberg as an example. That you must understand, ons speel nie marbles hier nie. We are changing people's lives. We've been tasked with that. So dat hele Langeberg kom ons omdobbel. So ons speel die games hier. You as a leader needs to understand what is happening in your area. You need to not worry who doesn't like you. You need to understand and think like the by-election or the election is tomorrow. Now, how do I sit here as a leader in Langeberg is dying in never? I'm using Langeberg because that's the first example we're going to make. By installing new leadership there. By bringing people in that's serious about this organization. We are not going to allow some of you to take this organization down. Some of you don't even show face at a by-election. People that come from a further area is every day the by-election. You that's close by are not at a by-election. What do you call that? I'm not the type of leader that has favorites. So I'm going to wait for the reports of every single area that will be growing. Eugene, you guys in the SD's office, I want only 3 things on that graph. Stagnant, going down, and who's growing. That's all I'm interested in. If you are in an area that's not growing, whether you're a member of parliament, you're out. Whether you're a councillor, you're out. Whether you're a chairperson, you're out. Our children will thank me for these decisions I'm taking. It can't be. You know, I was going to Kukama and my protectors were saying, so I landed in PE. And we were driving. My protectors were saying, yo, Minister, we've never been here. How did Minister get here? Ek sê, die liefde van hom vir die mense. So the time where we have spectators, people not knowing what's happening with the numbers, some of you is keeping the numbers just like this. It's like it's your numbers. No, share with the people. I'm waiting for that list and I'm going to give that list here on the live. En jy gaan sien groot name kom waai. Groot name, ons gaan vir jou remove. Jy kan maar lekker daar post in die parlement. If the area of the numbers does not agree, jy's uit die parlement uit. If you are councillor, whether you're a ward councillor, ek het die Kimberley's a ward councillor geremove. We don't have time for that. We can remove any councillor now, ons is reg vir 'n by-election. Some of you have become so arrogant, not knowing that next year is another election. So jy moet maar nou, hulle sit daar in die parlement, I hear there's 3 there, they must already pack their bags. Because I hear the numbers are the worst. How will we keep you there if your numbers look so bad? Dink jy ons speel? Julle sal kom sien op die live. If you didn't them give me this week, next week, you'll come and see. I'd rather have no one sitting in a post there in parliament or in legislature or in, what you call it, in council, than have somebody that's reaping benefits from this party. That will not happen. I want to make that clear. Julle moet ophou spectators is van julle areas. Take charge. You must sit with a map. You guys must start talking. Julle gaan sien, PA's got 9 spots in parliament. We will only be 6 there when we are done. That's what I can assure you. Ek speel die marbles hier. Councillors, maar daar gaat niks aan in your area nie. Numbers is what's counting in politics. How come that people like Ismail and them are working so hard? Look at those numbers that Ismail came up with there and his team in Joburg. How come that you have in Kokama, people are working so hard there? The leadership there is working hard. I was there, I've seen with my own eyes. Van titles maak julle mal. The place is not growing. It's not growing. We have never won Easter's we don't have a council ever. We've never won a award in Idaho. We have never won awards in places that we're supposed to win. So what I want to do is, what I want you to do as a member of the Patriotic Alliance, you must start taking out a pen and paper as your layers te sleg is to number and to look at numbers. How are you going to win last minute things? Kyk hoe dobbel het die Langeberg om. Na Langeberg, dan is die hond vrek los. Julle sê, maar die hond is los, julle gaat sien. You like to come up with excuses. No, we don't have this, we don't have this. Who are you? Some of you, because you have a following now, because of PA, you have a following now, you think you're big. You have a following now. Now you think you're big. There, Eugene, with 17,000 new sign-ups in September. October, it's less than 7,000. Wat 'n slegtigheid is die nou? I was in Noordgesig. I went to Kokama. I walked the streets of Noordgesig. I danced in Kokama. For the love of this party, I will never allow what I'm saying. I don't care if you're an NEC member. Die hond is los, ek sê vir julle almal. Everybody in that NEC. Ek sê vir julle almal, be an example as a leader. There's no shortcuts in the PA. There's shortcuts maybe in the EFF, the African National Congress, and all those things. But in the PA, there's no shortcuts. There's shortcuts in the DA. The problematic people, julle moet nou loop, van julle is gestuur. You are not problematic by nature. You are problematic by payment. You are being paid to come and cause problems in the PA. That's what ek julle wil sê. We see you. Elke ding is 'n problem. Jy kla van die oggend tot die aand. We don't have favorites in the PA. If I can tell the man that's the closest to me to stand back from PA activities, wat dink jy gaan ek met jou maak? Because for me, you know what happened today? There's a man that told me a story. Never forget it. We were driving from Kokama. So then we stayed at a family hotel. So we woke up this morning and they're busy building the kitchen there, so there wasn't breakfast. So we said, no, we'll eat along the way. So we walk in by this nice shop in George and we're buying food. And this couple is greeting me from afar, but I can see they're excited. And I say van ver af, I'm like, I'm coming. And I went to the car to go get my credit card. And I come back. And while we're waiting for the food, because we bought takeaways, I'm sitting next to them. They're from George, that couple. And I'm sitting next to them and I just listening to these stories, they're like, yo, who'd have thought, we'll sit next to you? Can we take a picture? I said, take a picture. But the guy was telling me he was a policeman. He's from Rosemore. And he's saying to me that he once had to arrest his own son or daughter, I can't remember who. He says, because I'm arresting other people's children. Why can't I arrest my own? He was dronk gery of iets soos hy. Now, as the leader, I want to say to you, some of you are Judases that has been sent to the PA to disrupt. This train is going with your disruption. You know, there was a lady that came to me at a soccer game. One of the guys I grew up with, Richard Taylor, I was with him at school. We were toying together at school, and he was a staunch ANC. A few weeks ago, he joined the PA. A few weeks ago. So this lady comes to me. She's like, sorry, Minister, I just want to tell you, I'm now a PA member. I'm like, you, PA? She's like, yeah. Richard Taylor signed me up. I felt like people that come to the PA with PA intentions. When last did you guys... Some of you, you stay in issues. You're playing issues. You forget that next year, you will not have a job. You're always in issues. You're always in arguments. You always, but dollar of werk. Niks. Now what you must understand about me. I want you to understand one thing about me tonight. Because I understand that PA is a prophecy. And I've seen the realization and the truth and the fruits of this prophecy. Ek kan nie deur jou vermaak word nie, want die prophecy het nooit gesê somebody else will be able to stop this thing. The prophecy never said Gayton can stop this thing. Because I can't stop the prophecy that's over the life of the Patriotic Alliance. So ek bysa nie as ek dik bek is nie. Is beter om te loop by die PA. Luister wat ek vandag vir julle sê. Is beter om te loop by die PA as om te bly en moeilikheid te maak met ander mense. Don't think other people that argue that's in issues with you, they don't like you. No. They even like you sometimes. They're just being paid to cause trouble. Like the D is now starting lots of other parties. So you must understand, you must have discernment. You know, that couple was sitting next to me today. He said something, and I don't want to humiliate them, but he said something. They say, we don't have lots of money, but we make it a point that we come out and eat at least out. We still want to have that love for each other. This meal. So it's like, you guys drinking water, it's like, we can only afford the meal for now. Yo, my heart. I just stood up, I said, bye. I swiped for them, I paid the account, I said, let them have whatever they want to have up. Now, not because I'm better, but because I believe God takes us to certain people at certain times. That was nothing for me. I think it was like 300 or something. But what I want to say, the moral of the story is not that I paid. The moral of the story is that God puts you in situations. So some of you don't understand that God put you in the PA for you to reach your destiny, and using the PA as a vehicle. But now you're messing up your own destiny, thinking, jy mors vir ons. Jy mors nie vir ons nie. Jy mors your eie destiny. Some of you have already promised party, nee, ek pay nog net. Ek sal kom na by die election. You must rather just become a voter. Los vir ons grondhonde. Because I understand, I can see the change that this party is making in people's lives. You know, I saw Jody Giantkies, I saw her in Singapore. I saw her singing there for ambassadors. I saw her mesmerizing the crowd. And I got emotional because she would never have had that opportunity if it wasn't for this party. I see people getting jobs, people earning a salary because of this party, not because of Gayton. You're making one crucial mistake. You think that you are the most important person in this party. None of us are, girl. None of us are, me, bro. This party can only work when there's unity. So the time, you know one thing about me, because I love you so much, I give you many chances, it's over. Everyone, hulle sal ons heel as 'n opres, they want us to join them. Hulle het jou gesien, jy is joinbaar. Dis hoekom kom hulle na jou toe. Jy is joinbaar. Every day we must hear how people want to steal you. Schat, ek release jou vanaand, jong. Laat hulle jou vat. Jy is vatbaar. Imagine you have a wife, every night she comes back, or a girlfriend. Hoe die manne soek my so. Hoe die manne soek my so, of dit 'n man wat die hele dag, yo, the girls want me out here, baby. Baby, the girls want me. Jy wil gewand word, jy is 'n wandbar. Jy wil gewand, in die oggend as jy bid, dan bid jy, Here, laat julle my soek vanaand, want ek wil gat. Jy het lang al dik van jou deksel. Jy het net nie die hart om te sê nie. So vanaand, I want to release you. They gaat vir ons voorkry. The people, I remember there was this uncle that joined us. And he joined the PA, and he came with lots of demands. He was from Bulte. En ek het nog gejol in Bulte daai tyd. Dan sien ek nou die skoon mense daar in Bulte. Ouma daar gebly. So, die kinders se ouma grootjie. En toe vermaak hulle vir my om te sê, nie my skoon mense nie. These guys are signed up. Yeah, no, we want this. But they never knew God will send the Ismail. God will send the Anita. They never know that. So some of you can go now. God will put real people on our way. I believe God is going to put the real people in Langeberg and all the areas. Van julle is so wandbaar, jy wil gevat word. Laat hulle vir jou neem. Let me tell you something. For patriots, I go out of my way. You don't understand how many times I jump out of my bed and break the rules. I'm not supposed to drive myself. Or what? Because a patriot will say the boyfriend is hitting her. A patriot will say, press, we're phoning the ambulance. Mate. And I will go out of there. So julle wat so gesoek word, die wanties, gaan man, vanaand release ek jou. A person, you don't understand, this thing is, let's say for instance, I leave politics. The PA will not die. The DP wasn't here, the PA went on. If I'm not here tomorrow, the PA will go on. Because this is a prophecy. What don't you understand? Julle is rou in 'n prophecy. Jo, ek raak nou sommer nou mal. Moenie my nou mal maak nie. Sy is ongeskik in 'n prophecy. She's rou in. Do you think this thing, I want to do this thing? Do you think I want to do this thing? I went to the rugby the other day. And my friends was there. And then all of a sudden they're like, we're going to party afterwards. I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh no, I can't be going to parties. As South Africans, I need to have a thing. Yeah, and then we're going to go to a strip club. My friends were going crazy. They went to go watch the rugby. And to the hotel to gaan sit daar. The next morning, at lunch, after the lunch, I'm hearing the stories. Because I understand I'm on an assignment here. But you guys don't seem to understand the assignment. Ja, julle is ongeskik, jong. Fiji, ek is jammer om te sê, maar I'm gonna say it. Some of you say you had niks. You don't even have money. You don't even have food, but you're already rude. How will God bless you? As jy klaar so rou is, if you have nothing and you treat God's people so bad, how will He bless you? When you have lots of money, how are you going to be? How? I mean, if you don't have money, if you're not rich, and you are poor, and you're already treating people so poorly, let me tell you something. One of the people that gave me a place to stay when I went to Joburg was Ashwin Willemse, the rugby player. I left Bloemfontein. Yeah, I'm even getting emotional thinking about this. I left Bloemfontein with a plastic, a Shoprite plastic, with Viron. I didn't have a suitcase. We were driving Viron's car. What did we call that car again? I forgot. Lamborghini, Lambo. That car had a big hole in. Our heater was a 2-liter that we make full of warm water at the garage to put here by our legs and our hands to keep our hands warm. And Ashwin Willemse, the rugby player, I stayed by him. He said, "Muna kom, moenie worry nie, moenie bang wees nie, ek is hier vir jou." And I was fresh from jail. And I remember I told Ashwin, we laughed about it actually this morning. I looked at Ashwin, I said to Ashwin, "Here Ashwin, jy dra eintlik baie kak vir 'n man wat soveel geld het." Hy sê, "Wat? Jy bly met dak en jy praat so." Ek sê, "My broer, jy trek mos die reg aan die man vir 'n man wat so baie geld het." Next morning, Ashwin wakes me up. He's like, "Kom, meneer weet van alles. Kom wys my hoe moet ek aantrek." And Ashwin said something to me. So I talked to Ashwin. I said, "Ashwin, I need to speak to you about something. I need you to take this opportunity because you know I'm the president of the PA. I can't take it, but I want you to take it." And he sent me a message. He said he can't take it. And I was annoyed. I mean, like, there's so much money and this opportunity, and it suits him. He understands mining and all those things. And he says to me, and I was angry with him, and he says to me, I say, my Baru, can I tell you why I don't want opportunity? I said, please tell me. He says, because I saw you not seeing your kids growing up because of PA. I saw you not being there for your own kids because of PA. I saw you missing school events because of PA. Says, this is just an opportunity. Yours is a calling. If it was a calling, I would have taken it. I was called not to lead you, but I was called to create leaders. I wasn't called to lead you. The prophecy never said I must become president of the country. The prophecy said I must create leaders amongst people. So patriots, pull yourself to yourself. Have a look at your area. Check your numbers. We have the computers and we have the stats. We see all those things. Swellendam, thank you very much. Westbury, thank you very much. Kokama, thank you very much. And this weekend we're going to celebrate in Swellendam, Westbury and Noordgesig. Because we've not celebrated in Westbury. We also owe the kids in Westbury a party to celebrate. And we must really make one big push to get more black leaders in the party, because we're doing very poorly in black communities. Northwest showed us, Soweto showed us. Got like 100 and something votes. PA has long past the 100 and something vote mark. Soweto, we even got less. Orlando, Deep Kloof, we didn't do well there. You mustn't lie to yourself. They didn't vote for us in Orlando, or Noordgesig won it for us. It can't be. It's not how you build a party. So, we want black leaders to stand up and be counted in the party. So I just want to say to you guys that we have long turned around. But I don't have the luxury that S1 has, or the luxury that some of you have. This is a prophecy. I'm going to pay the highest price. That's what the prophecy says. You think I could have done this thing if I could have long left this thing when there was no votes? Do you understand that we went 7 years being the butt of jokes, but I couldn't turn back because it's a prophecy. You know, when the book of PA gets written, you'll read about stuff that will make you will not be able to sleep. So, this thing of me becoming president of the country, that is only PA Mense Goedes. That was never part of the prophecy. The prophecy is very clear. So when I see people like Ombiza and them, when I see people like Leify and them, when I see people like Melissa and them, when I see leaders rising up, Mishay and them, Chanel and them, Mary and them, I know I'm on the right path. That's why you see, you know, I'll make you an example. We will never turn our backs on people that believe. There's no council that come from the DA or the ANC that can say we turn our backs on them. I don't do that. Even the councillor that left from Langebel, from the ANC, I'll not turn my back on him. You don't understand the type of enemies I'm fighting. And to the black leaders in the party, I think you can do much more than what you're doing. I think stand up and be counted. Don't stand back for nobody in the PA. This is your party too. Leave the colored areas. But go and make sure that this party is truly representative of all races. The same with the white leaders. Make yourself be counted here. Los maar die laptop. Daar is niemand se baas hierso nie. Doe jy al grondhonde. So I want you guys to understand the threat that you are. I want you guys to understand the threat that you are. I want you guys to understand the threat that you are. I want you to understand that you were never part of the future of this country. You know, people take people for granted. Petrus Valboy and Koning Waterboer, when I started the party, Koning Waterboer, I went to go see him to tell him I'm starting this party. And I went to Petrus Valboy, Liar Petrus Valboy, the biggest Khoisan in my opinion. And he said to me, Petrus Valboy said to me, I hope the party's colors are green, want ek sien groen in die toekoms in. He repeated that in front of everyone. But the prophecy that Koning Waterboer gave, he said, I knew there was a prophecy. I couldn't move. I was at his house, we were sitting on 2 stones. I never spoke about these things. It was hot that day. I became cold. Koning Waterboer was repeating the prophecy that myself, Mary and Chanel heard. The 3 of us heard the prophecy of the PA. Koning Waterboer repeated the prophecy. I got cold. There was no way you could have known the things he was telling me. And he asked me one thing. He said to me, my son, you are going to go far in government. When you go, there's only 2 things I want from you. I want you to go around the world and get our Khoisan bones, our people that were taken against their will here. I waited. I've never asked any politician to do this, but I'm asking you because the prophecy tells me you're going to go up. And I said, the second one, he says, I want you to go get Chief Waterboer in Egypt. I said, I didn't understand it. I was near tears when I jumped off in Scotland. And God made me meet him first day. We paid for them to go together with the university. But do you understand this moment I'm trying to share with you? Put it together. Here's a young man going to these leaders and say, I'm going to start a political party. I just need you to know out of respect. And they said, they saw prophecy that's exactly like mine. And they said, at 2 different weeks, and they said, promise us you're going to get our bones. And I took them to Scotland. I remember when they said they can't go anymore. I said, why can't they go? Because their visas were not ready. I closed my office door and I prayed. I just prayed. I just felt the urge to pray. I said, Here, dit kan nie wees nie. Lord, it can't be. Lord, we need you now. Show yourself. I just asked Stacy to make me tea. Then Mr. Ndima walked in. He's like, there's another way. I said, what's the way? We have to pay him a lot of money for them. I said, we'll pay. En hulle kan maar sê wat hulle wil van die PA. Our people went to Spain. Our people are also seeing the world now. Our people that never get opportunities. So those boys that Red Devil, Pansula Kings of Alexander, of Tembisa, I sat with them there. And he told me what it means for them to be in Spain, in Singapore, sorry. When they said they're going to build a statue of Mandela, of Sobukwe, of Seahlulu, of Toivo. I said, no, they didn't even say Toivo. I said, they must build of Toivo. He was there. I said, you must do one for Harry the Strandloper. He was the first prisoner here. You must do one for Krotua. It's a woman prisoner on Robben Island. I did that not because I'm better. I did that because you gave me the power to do that. My signature carries your vote. So mense, kom julle reg. Don't be arrogant. You know, there was this man who I want to tell you about. He joined the PA. He would drive to Joburg with his bakkie. I don't know how many times to pick up posters and t-shirts. When he get here, he'll come back like, I have to come back, it's finished. He would work with the PA. And then we had a fallout. Because I didn't agree with him on something, and he left the PA and went to go start his own party. And I called him, and I said to him, I want to see him. Because I know his hard work. I know his love for our people. I said, come home. Los maar ons beklei. Los maar wie sê wat. I need you alongside me. He said, really, Press? I said, I need you. I need you here. I have been in battle with you. And when I was in battle with you, I saw your heart for our people. He says, hey, Press, I never thought you'd come. I said, I'm the one that's asking you to come back. Kom terug huis toe. Don't worry who says what. They've not been in battle with you. I've been in battle with you. I've been in battle with you. Some of us chase people away from the party because we are intimidated by them. Let me repeat that 3 times. Some of us are chasing people away from the party because we are intimidated by them. Some of us are chasing people away from the party because we are intimidated by them. Some of us are chasing people away with our mannerism because we are intimidated by people. I humbled myself to go and get Derek Peterson. And I'm proud that he heard what I said. No one, not one of you will tell me about Derek. Not one of you. Ask me. I worked with that man. I don't care your experience with that man. I worked with him. I saw what that man did for the Patriotic Alliance. And my heart is wit en groen vandag that he's back in the PA. And we've given him one task, is to unite our people. So Derek Peterson is the new mayoral candidate of George. You that's unhappy, this is your sign to go. I saw how people loved that man. I saw that Derek is back as our mayoral candidate for George. And there are people here, the worst thing you can do, we must be honest. There's people that said, I met with this lady, what's her name? Teresa. Never met with that lady. Hulle moet oplig met mense se name to get positions in the DA. That woman is not joining PA. I'm telling you, it's a fact. I've never met that lady. I can't lie to patriots. I met her just greeting her, but I've never had a meeting face-to-face with that woman. Why, if you want promotion in the DA, you go and say that she's meeting with me? I've never met that woman and talk to her, have meetings with her. I've never done that, but I'm not going to destroy people with lies. I'm not going to destroy people because some people want to go up and they want to become mayors in George. Now they're using that lady Teresa. That's a good woman, let me tell you. I'm not going to be used, my name, and I have to come on this live and tell, patriots, I will not lie to you. I didn't have a meeting with that woman. It's full in the DA that I've met with her. It's DA people there in George telling Helen Zille and them that that woman met with me. No, she didn't. She didn't. Nou, laat ons nie met mense se name lieg nie. So I just needed to make that one clear here. Because hulle klop na hulle madams toe en sê, nou, this person meets with Gayton. Ek het niemand van hulle gemeet nie. So, patriots, the last two things I want to say to you, and listen to me very nicely. Some of you get angry when these people talk about me every day and about PA. Don't get angry. They're helping us. Have you ever heard Pepsi talk about Coca-Cola the whole day? Have you ever heard Coca-Cola talks about Pepsi the whole day? No, you didn't. You know, I was walking next to Leader Debbie, Councillor Debbie Reynolds in Joburg en in Noordgesig en die mense groet vir haar. Maar ek sê vir yo, the people know you here. She's like, Pres, ek het hier gebly. And that's how people must be excited when they see you, man. And from now on, if there's any PA member that attacks another PA member, SG, on social media, expel them immediately from the party. Because you have each other's numbers. If I made a mistake, let me know I've made a mistake. But don't go there and talk about me. No PA person must attack another PA person so that the DA people can laugh at us. So when these people talk about us, Pepsi talk about Coke, it's okay. Let them talk. They're advertising us. The DA is a dying party, let me tell you something. It's a dying party. If you look at the past 20 by-elections, they don't sit in the DA and look at 20 by-elections. If you have to look at the result of the past 21 by-elections, we have analyzed those results. They're waiting their time. It's true what Liam said. He said, JP told them, ons moet maar liewerste in die Xhosa area gaan. Maar hier by die colored mense, hulle is dik van julle. Hulle is dik van julle. Go lie to somebody else. So patriots, you must understand, this mission is bigger than Gayton. This mission is bigger than you. This mission is bigger than anybody. We must build this party. Look at the numbers in your area. Look at the work that you're doing. Los maar die snaakse goedes. Vanavond het ek niks tyd vir jokesie. I just want to say to you, kry yourself reg. Baie dankie. Oor en uit. Bye. I love you.